Maya just got a $23,000 raise. Taxes take the first $8,000. The new job means a longer commute, so the second car comes out of what's left. Now the kids need before and after school care, since nobody's home at 3 p.m. anymore. And by the time you count what her family started spending just to survive the week, she didn't just fail to get ahead. Her raise put her $600 in the hole. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where that money goes in your own household, and the one number that actually determines whether you're safe, no matter what you earn.
Let's learn from the story of Maya. Her story's a composite, but the pattern is one a lot of dual-income households will recognize. She is marketing manager, married to Dan, a high school teacher, 2 kids, 1 dog, 1 Honda pushing 90,000 miles. Combined household income before the raise, $143,000, more than double the median household in America. Fixed monthly costs divided by the lower earner's monthly take-home pay equals the freedom ratio. For Maya's household, that's Dan's take-home, about $3,830 a month against roughly $3,500 in fixed costs, a 91% freedom ratio. Meaning, if Maya's income vanished tomorrow, they'd have almost nothing left over. That's the number that actually determines her family's safety, not the $143,000 on the offer letters. She doesn't know that number yet. She's about to make it worse.
Maya gets offered a promotion, $23,000 raise, new title. Every instinct says, take it. More money can only help. But a raise isn't free. It comes with a new tier of expectations, and Maya's about to walk straight into a pattern that shows up across dual-income households so often it has a name, the 2-income trap, where a second income, instead of building a safety net, quietly gets absorbed by the costs that come with earning it. She takes the job, upgrades the SUV for the new commute.
Something's wrong. The number in her account isn't matching the number on the offer letter. First, the obvious one. The new commute means a second car payment. Okay, expected. But that's not the expensive part. The new hours mean the kids need before and after school care. That one wasn't in the budget at all. And that's still not the part that actually breaks the math. Home at 7 p.m. instead of 5:30 means nobody's cooking most nights. Takeout. A cleaning service because there's no time left in the week.
We call this the exhaustion tax, the convenience spending that shows up specifically because both adults are now working at full capacity with zero slack. Add it up. The $23,000 raise, minus taxes, minus the car, minus childcare, minus the exhaustion tax, and Maya's household nets out $600 worse off than before she said yes. Not because she's bad with money, because, and this is the part worth sitting with, nobody designed her budget to fail. Housing, childcare, and lifestyle costs simply tend to expand to match whatever income is available to pay for them. Hers just expanded a little faster than her raise did. The moment it breaks open is small. The furnace dies in February. $3,400 repair. Despite the promotion, despite the raise, the only place that money can come from is the card. That's when Maya asks the question that changes everything. If one of our 2 paychecks disappeared tomorrow, could we survive the month? The honest answer is no. And that answer is the same for a large share of households earning 6 figures combined, not from irresponsibility, but because almost nobody's ever taught to track this number instead of their total income.
Here's the idea the rest of this video is built on. Wealth isn't built by what you earn. It's built by the gap between what you earn and what you actually need. And for most dual-income families, that gap is nearly zero without them realizing it. Maya learns this through 3 decisions, not a lecture. Decision 1, the house. They'd been eyeing a bigger house. The test Maya applies now, could this fit inside Dan's income alone? It couldn't. They don't buy it. Decision 2, the paycheck. Instead of treating her income as untouchable savings, they give it a job before lifestyle can claim it. Most of it automated into investments and a repair fund the moment it lands, so it never has the chance to quietly absorb into daily spending. Decision 3, the zip code.
And the most uncomfortable discovery? The same combined salary buys a completely different level of freedom depending on one thing they hadn't questioned: where they live. With Dan's job flexible enough to relocate, that becomes their biggest lever. I call this framework the one-income foundation, not because you should live on one income forever, but because it's the test that tells you whether you actually could if you had to.
It's not comfortable at first. They keep the Honda one more year. But Maya's paycheck, the one that used to vanish into the exhaustion tax, now builds their margin instead. 18 months later, Dan's school announces budget cuts. Teaching positions are at risk. Maya doesn't panic, because for the first time, the answer to that question is yes. Nothing about Maya's life looks dramatically different from the outside. She still works, still likes her job. But the number that mattered, that 91%, is gone. And the second paycheck is quietly building a future where neither of them is one bad month from a credit card balance.
So here's 5 minutes of homework. Take your fixed monthly costs and divide them by your lower earner's monthly take-home pay. That's your freedom ratio. If it's high, your biggest financial risk may not be how much you spend. It may be how much of your life requires both incomes just to keep running. Because the goal was never to become a one-income household. The goal is to stop being a two-income household that can't afford to lose either income. If you take one thing from Maya's story, take this. Your safety net isn't your income. It's the gap underneath it. So before your next raise, your next house, your next upgrade, ask the one question Maya learned to ask too late. Could we survive this on one paycheck? If the answer is no, that's not a failure. It's just a number nobody ever taught you to check. Calculate it. Automate your margin before your lifestyle finds it first. And if you can, look hard at where you live. Because the same salary can buy you freedom in one zip code and a trap in another. You don't need to earn like a one-income household. You just need to know you could survive like one if the day ever came when you had to. If this changed how you look at your own two paychecks, hit that subscribe button. Want to keep the momentum going? Check out our next video where we break down the ultimate wealth building debate: buying a house versus investing in index funds. See you there.